Hello, Upward Bound. Today we're making chicken pot pie, which is one of my all-time favorites. It's a classic in my house. So you're gonna need pie crust, just a little bit of flour, a stick of butter, a can of cream of chicken, some milk, cream cheese, which is optional but good, frozen peas and carrots, seasonings like salt and pepper, chicken. So some of this is just the shredded chicken I've made by boiling it. There's a video on that too. Some of it is leftover turkey from something or another that I just chopped up. So you could either chop up your chicken or shred it. This was 4 potatoes, but I already peeled and diced some of them. So I'm going to show you how to peel real quick. If you have a peeler, it's pretty simple. You just, peel. But if you don't, you can use like a short little knife and just kind of carefully peel it towards your thumb, but don't slice your thumb. And then just go nice and slow and get it out. But I'm gonna peel with this to make it faster. And once I've peeled it, I'll show you how I kind of chopped it. When we chop it, we want it to be sort of in bite-sized pieces. We want everything to be in bite-sized pieces. So that's why these carrots are already chopped up. The chicken's kind of bite-sized. And so will be the potatoes. All right. Those peels off to the side. So I'm gonna chop my, oh, I missed a spot. I'm gonna chop it in half, lengthwise. All right. And then once it's lengthwise, I'm gonna chop it in thirds lengthwise again. Kind of keeping them together. And then I'm gonna turn it horizontally and then just chop them just so they're like kind of smallish, but not really small because you want to be able to like have a good chunk. All right, by the way, this recipe, the way I'm making it, makes 2 pies, and if you only want to make 1 pie, you just can half all the ingredients. I just like to make 2 because I like to use a full can of cream of chicken, otherwise I don't know what to do with the other half. Do you have a comment, Mom?
I do. The pie filling can stay good in the refrigerator for about a week, or you can freeze it.
Well, there you go. So that's nice if you want to just make 1 pie and save another pie for later. I'll also show you how to make turnovers, so you can make them kind of 1 or 2, like 1 portion size, and you can make them each day fresh, which is good. I did that in college. Anyways, I'm going to get these potatoes boiling, so I'm going to take... All right, so now we're gonna, well, the potatoes are boiling. We're going to start making our cream filling for the pie. So the first thing we make is a roux, and a roux is just butter and flour. So we're gonna melt our butter here, stick of butter, for a while. And then once it's melted, we're gonna add in the flour and kind of stir it around and mix it. And then eventually it'll start kind of bubbling, and then it'll be done, and it's called a roux. All right, so we've made our roux. The flour and the butter's combined. It's kind of this bubbly, cool looking thingamajig. So that's when we know we're ready to put in our milk. And we put in about half a gallon?
2 to 3 cups.
2 to 3 cups, guys. Okay. Just. That's probably about 2 to 3 cups. You don't really need to be super precise with chicken pot pie because you just don't. All right, then you just stir until it starts to thicken. The roux, what it does is it thickens it so it kind of gets more rich and thick, I guess. See how it's kind of starting to thicken? When I drag it through, it like takes a while to fill it up. It's kind of like not milk consistency anymore, so I'm gonna add our cream cheese and start that melting. You don't need to put the whole thing in, probably just half. Okay. The cream cheese just really gives it a good flavor, though it's not actually necessary. So if you don't have it, you don't need it to make chicken pot pie. Alright. So while this is still melting, I'm going to put in the cream of chicken soup. Here we go. Try to do it so you can see it. Delicious. It's like a left-handed job. Oh yeah, there it goes. So we're gonna kind of just combine this in. Woo! Oh yum. Okay, so now's a good time to add your seasonings. Just salt and pepper is great. I like to put a lot of pepper to give it kind of a peppery flavor. So I'm gonna add some of that. Pepper, 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 pepper. And some salt. Stir that in. We also, here at my house, we have a little herb garden that we grow. So I'm gonna add some herbs, but totally unnecessary. But if you happen to grow herbs or you have herbs in your cupboard, you can put it in. This is rosemary and oregano, parsley, and tarragon I chopped up. I just think it makes it look kind of pretty too to have the herbs in there. Stir that in. Okay, now you can start adding the different ingredients, like your frozen peas and carrots and your potatoes. My potatoes look to be about there. A good way to test it is to stick it with a fork. If it's soft, it's done. Or you can even just take a bite of one, see if you think you like the consistency of it. It doesn't cook much more while it's in the pie. Hot potato, come here. I think it's good. I'm gonna strain it real quick. Oh. Okay. You've seen that before, so just dump it in. The water out. Here we go. Oh. Got our potatoes in. Stir that around a little bit. You don't really need to put them in any order, so if your potatoes aren't done yet, you can put in your chicken and your other stuff first. I'm gonna go grab the meat. Okay. This kind of seems like a lot. Maybe I won't put it all in. Let's see what it looks like.
Turn the oven down.
It's getting kind of hot in here, so I'm going to turn the oven down a bit. Well, not the oven, the stove. Oh, yum. Yeah, look at that. Let's put in our vegetables now. Cut open real quick. I don't know if I'll put this whole bag in or not. I'm gonna put in some and see how it looks. Like I said, there's not really certain measurements you have to go by, but the recipe, I think, has some if you want. I might put a little bit more in just because I love peas. And carrots too, but especially peas. Oh yeah. Cool. And that, my friends, is your filling. It's easy as that. All right, so now we're gonna make our pies. Open. So you're just gonna be made these pre-made crusts. This pie crust is a hassle. Look, I'm kind of rolled up, so you just unroll it carefully at the edges. Make sure everything's kind of rolled up. All right, then just lay it over your pie dish. Now, if you don't have a pie dish, I'm also gonna teach you to do turnovers, which requires no dish. So don't worry, don't stress. Okay. Now we're gonna scoop some of our filling in. Oh, by the way, I preheated the oven to 375 degrees, so it's heating up right now. Cool. So, don't be skimpy, but don't do it so full that you'll have a hard time putting the lid on. That looks about good to me. I'm going to open this other one. Each one will come with 2, so you will have this much for sure. There we go. Open it kind of carefully. Here we go, unrolling it, and we're just gonna lay it over the top like that. All right, so now we need to seal the edges. So hopefully she can get in close. You can just get your fingers and push them together. So you seal up here. I'm gonna push them together all around the edge. So it doesn't come out the sides. All right, so now you can look here on the top. We got it all pushed together on the sides. Now you can trim this off or you can crimp it. So a good way to crimp it is you get your finger here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that well in the back. But you just curl it around one finger and then curl it around the next one. You just keep going all the way around. Okay. And I'll see you later once I finish this crimping. So we're all crimped. Now we need to put vents so the pie doesn't explode when the steam needs to get out. So you can get creative doing this. Some people do crow's feet, where you have like something kind of like that. It's supposed to look like a crow's foot, I guess. You can just do a few of those. Sometimes if I have extra and I want to like tear off some of this extra crimped stuff, I like to roll some designs onto it. You can get really creative making pies. So when you guys send in your pictures for this, I'm super pumped to see what it looks like. And just little vents around. That's probably good. If you want to get super fancy, you can separate some egg whites out and brush it with egg whites. But I think I'm going to be too lazy for that this time, so I'm declaring this pie done. All right, so we're putting the pie in. It's at 375 degrees. We're going to put it in for like 45 minutes. The crust should be kind of golden brown when it's done. And since our filling was warm when you put it in, it won't really matter. But other pies, when you have it cold already, you want to make sure it's in there for a good longish time, like 45 minutes, because it takes a while to heat up the center. And we'll see this again in a sec. I'm going to go make some turnovers. All right, now we're making our turnovers. So I have another crust here. I'm going to roll it out. This one's a little hard, oh dear. This is a different brand, and I don't think it's as good. Oh shoot. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this might not be as good, but also it's pretty cold still. I think my fridge downstairs might have frozen it. So if your thing is really cold, maybe let it warm for a bit. But it's okay because I only need half of it to make a turnover. So you're gonna slice it in half no matter what for your turnovers, because it's a circle, and slice it in half. And then we're gonna bring this over here and put in a spoonful of filling. Kind of just right there-ish. Scrape that out. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna kind of scoot it over. Should be kind of to one side. All right. Hopefully I didn't put too much in. We're gonna fold this over like that. And my edges are a little full, but you're just gonna pinch it tight the edges and just kind of suction it shut. And then this edge too, which kind of ripped, but no worries guys, we're problem solvers, huh? Just kind of do what you gotta. Push it tight. I have some extra here, I might just stick in there. Well, this isn't the prettiest turnover, but you guys kind of get the picture, right? So there we go. We're also gonna still have to put some vents in it. So I'm just gonna put like maybe 3 on the top. And then move it to our pan, which I'm gonna spray with some pan. Dirty fingers! Woo! Okay. Kind of missed, but it's fine. Now lift this guy up. Stick them on. So usually they're prettier than that. So when you guys send me your pictures, they better be gorgeous. Just kidding. So after the pie's done, I could put this in and probably just the same temperature, but it won't take as much time to cook, just until it's golden brown and you should be good. So I'll see you when they're done. Okay, our pie's been in and look, it's all golden brown and delicious looking. Pull them out. So it's really hot right now, and if you cut into it, first of all, it'll burn your mouth. And second of all, it's gonna be runny, so it needs to cool off for about 10 to 15 minutes at least to like solidify more. And then you can just go ahead and devour it because it's delicious. I hope you'll like it. And I'm pumped to see your pictures to see how you got creative with your pies.